Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be continuing with the basic features of our constitution. So moving on, the fifth feature of Indian constitution is that we have a parliamentary form of government in practice, which means that the Constitution of India adopted for the British parliamentary system of government rather than the American presidential system. So we chose the British parliamentary system. So parliamentary system is based on the principle of cooperation and coordination between legislative and executive organs. You remember what is legislative and executive organs, right? Legislative is the law-making body, which is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Executive here is the Council of Ministers and also the bureaucratic wing. So that is the principle of coordination and cooperation between legislative and executive organs is the principle of parliamentary form of government, whereas in the presidential system they follow the doctrine of separation of powers between the two. Now we call this parliamentary form of government also by the name Westminster model of government or responsible government or even cabinet government. So these are the different terminologies. So now we'll see the major features of the parliamentary form of government in India. Number one, presence of nominal and real executive. Here nominal executive is the president of the country and real executive is the prime minister of the country. So we have both nominal and real executive. Next is rule of the majority party. That you are aware that after the elections, whichever party can claim the majority, they get to rule. Next is collective responsibility of the executive to the legislature, which means that here the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the legislature. So even if you pass a no confidence motion against a single minister, the whole ministry will have to step down if the motion is passed. That is called collective responsibility. In Malayalam you call it the Kootuttravadittam. Next is membership of the ministers in the legislature, which means that ministers who are also part of the executive, they are part of the legislature as well. So ministers are part of both the legislature and executive. Next is leadership of the prime minister or the chief minister. So prime minister or the chief minister will be the leader of the assembly, right? Or the legislative body. Next is dissolution of the lower house or the Lok Sabha or even the assembly. So after 5 years, the Lok Sabha can be or the assembly can be dissolved, or on certain grounds it can be dissolved even before that also. So Lok Sabha is not a permanent body. So even though Indian parliamentary system is largely based on the British pattern, there are some fundamental differences between the two. For example, Indian Parliament is not a sovereign body like the British Parliament. So Indian Parliament is not sovereign body, and another difference is that Indian state has an elected head, because of which we are called a republic. Head here means the president. So we have an elected president and hence we are a republic, while in the British state they have a hereditary head, which is the monarch, which is now the queen. So in a parliamentary system, whether in India or Britain, the role of the prime minister has become so significant and crucial that the political scientists like to call it a prime ministerial form of government. So you can call parliamentary form of government also as prime ministerial form of government. Thank you.